Hello, my lovelies. Welcome back to Tarot Tuesday, the weekly series in which I read your cards for free. Just let me know in chat if you're here and you'd like to have your cards read. Say hello. Don't be shy at all. Uh, Today has been a little bit of a crazy day, so I'm still kind of winding down and getting into tarot mode. I've been doing a lot. Hey, Amanda, what's up? What's up? Oh my goodness. When you weren't immediately in chat beforehand, I started getting scared. I was like, I hope she's okay. I hope nothing's happened. Where's Amanda? Hey Maria, how are you? Christy! Beth, how are you, Beth? How's everything going? Lydia, see, this is why I was so worried. I saw no one there yet. And I was like, okay, we're just going to start because we just start. And if there's nobody there, there's nobody there. We'll do a universal card. And then I see all of you guys popping in. So thank you. Thank you for showing up. I see Lydia. Beth, good. Missed you at lunch. Yes, I heard. Any update on your kiddo with the baby? Oh, so Amanda, actually, I did hear from her today. So if those of you have seen my TikToks or seen the video I uploaded here on YouTube, if you have not, I'll give you just a brief backstory. You can go watch those videos. But I have a former student who's 7 months pregnant, and she has developed an infection behind her ear that is eating away at the bone in her face and causing her a lot of pain. Well, because she's pregnant, they won't do surgery to take care of the infection. I encourage you to go watch the video so you can get the whole story. So if you're here and you don't know what that is, after this is over, go watch the videos and then you'll understand. But I did talk to her today, actually, Amanda, and her face is still very swollen, very, very swollen. She says the pain is just now starting to be like something that she's just used to. Like it is a part of her at this point. And those of us that have chronic illnesses, we get that part. Like it just becomes a part of who you are. But she doesn't feel good, and the baby's still doing really well, but she's in a lot of pain. She's not running any fever. They're keeping on her medications that keep the infection down, just to the point of not allowing her to run a fever, because once she runs into a fever, then that's dangerous for the baby. So they're keeping her just under what she needs to do. I appreciate that. Those of you that are keeping them in your thoughts, I appreciate that. Any, good vibes you could send to them, I'd appreciate that as well. Hey, Lost for Words, I just saw you on my TikTok. Yeah, I just saw that you were liking a video on my TikTok. How are you doing? That's right, the clock app. Allie, how are you? How are you? Have you moved yet? What's going on with that? You gotta send me a message, Allie. I need to know what's going on. Amanda, I agree. They really do need to help her. And it is complete and utter crap that she's 35 weeks. And if they were to take the baby at 35 weeks, the baby would be small, but the baby's viable, very viable at 35 weeks. Technically, I think it's like 36 weeks is when they stop. If you're like in premature labor, once you're 36 weeks, they won't intervene. So I don't understand. After this week, she could deliver and it would be fine. But they won't. They won't, because it's still a risk. It's still a risk to take a baby at 35 weeks. And because it's a risk to the baby, no matter what's happening with mama, they won't take baby. Yeah. So yeah, I'm pretty upset about that, Amanda. Lost for Words, absolutely. Anytime. You can be here anytime. Oh my goodness, Allie, I got to hear about it. I got to hear about it. All right. We are going to use the Goddess deck tonight. It's been a very long time since I've had these in my hand, but these guys, and Christy actually recognized these. Long time ago, long time ago, in a galaxy and lifetime far away. This was my first deck, and I purchased these from Books A Million. And yes, you're not supposed to purchase your first deck, but I've never lived by the rules. Never. I have never lived by the rules. I had my own deck. So oh. All right. Who's in for a reading? Let me know. I see Allie said so. Lori, how are you? How's everything going? Oh my gosh. I'm so glad to see you. When I didn't see you either, I was getting really upset. I was like, oh, is everything okay? I was going to say, Lydia, won what? Oh, all right. We've got Allie, Lydia, Lori. I know that Amanda wants one, and I'm sure Beth and Maria and Christy. So that's where we are. All right. So Allie, I'm going to read you first, and I see that I still have given you still have moderator capabilities. So I'm going to use you as a moderator tonight. If you don't mind keeping track of the list for me of who's going to go when. If you can't, totally cool. It's no problem. All right. Lori, I hear that. I hear that. I have had you on my mind a lot, Lori. A lot within the last 3 days in particularly. So, all right, Allie. Let's pull you a card. What is this? What is this that I see? What is this I see? Because I see, and I don't know if this is because you were asking about the story before, or if this is connected to you. So I'm gonna do some clarifying real quick. But as soon as I start connecting to your image and your energy, I literally had a baby in my head. A baby. So either you guys are working on something creative, or we haven't told people yet. Allie, and you know how I am. All right. Let's get you, Allie. So in my goddess deck, all the major arcana is actually represented by different goddesses of different backgrounds and traditions. So you got Yamana. Yamana represents balance for our major arcana. But I always love, when I do this, I always love to talk about these goddesses and actually give you guys what's going on. So I'm pulling up so I will know. Yamana, the Santeria goddess of the ocean, is often called upon to provide rain, water that brings forth life and nurtures the earth. Like the waters of the womb, she symbolizes the divine balance between heaven and earth. Right now, you are definitely experiencing a balance. There is this harmonious balance to your life. What I'm going to give you as your message is that this balance is a tightrope walk. And when you lean too far to one side or the other, you're going to fall off. Make sure that you're not overworking yourself, because that's the biggest message I'm getting, is like, you aren't getting time for Allie. You aren't spending time with Allie. You are spending time with everybody else, but you're losing yourself. So make sure that in order to keep this balance and keep nurturing all this creativity and this movement to a life that you and your boyfriend are creating, make sure you stay balanced and you're taking care of yourself. Okay? All right. Okay. All right. All right. So you've been feeling it. You know what's going on. All right. So next, I believe we have Lydia. We've got Maria and then Lydia and then Lori. Okay. We've got Maria, Lydia, Lori, Christy, Beth, and Lost for Words. Can you remember that, Allie? All right, we got the first three. We're good. All right, Maria. Maria, your TikToks. Oh, I love them. I get so happy every time I see them. And you're just like, let me tell you another thing. And I am living for these. All right. Just so you know. Just so you know. I am absolutely living for these. On her TikToks, y'all, she has been giving the governor who for and what to in Texas. And I love it. All right, Maria. Maria, your hands feel shaky. They're really like almost like you haven't eaten all day, like you're experiencing like a sugar bottom. You have the Six of Staves. These cards are always the funniest because it is very they're like very old kind of artwork on there. So I always enjoy the faces that people are making because she's just like I find it funny. So we know staves are lighting our path. They are the points in which we can illuminate a decision, right? And the fact that she's on a horse and she has the smile on her face, it lets me know that you're heading in the right path. Like you are on a journey that is going to bring you much joy. Um, you do have one stave in your hand, okay? And on that stave, there is a snake. Now, snakes represent wisdom for me. All right. They can represent wisdom or they can represent somebody not being truthful with you. But for this one's wisdom. You already have the wisdom in your hand. It's already illuminated. Like you have the knowledge that you need. Okay. The rest of them are very close beside you. So the knowledge that you need in order to continue this path and to lead harmoniously. There's that word. We're going to just have harmony as our theme this this evening. But you're experiencing all the things that you need, and everything that you don't know but need to know is in very close range of you. All right. Literally, you just kind of reach out and you will grab the information that you need. But what path you're on right now, that's the path you need to stay on. All right. And it seems like you've had a question about something in regards to this path. Like there is a should you give up kind of thing in the head. And so this is answering that. Should you give up? No, because what it leads to is happiness. All right. Amanda, I have. That's another one that I live for. I absolutely live for. Well, this right here is saying that you did. You picked the right path. You have all the knowledge. And you are leading down a very harmonious outlook. You are happy on this path. Amanda, I do too. Um, there's another one. Oh my god, I can't. Hey, Jazzy Jasmine, how are you? Mm, all right. So Lydia is the next in line. Jazzy, we will put you in after Lost for Words. My moderator will add you to the list. Oh, I know. All right. Lydia. Lydia, you've got a bit of a headache today, don't you? It doesn't feel like today's the migraine, but it feels like either yesterday or tomorrow will be. Like you've got that amp up, or it's the bruised. But it's not the migraine, but it hurts. Death by challenge. You call me mom, so I assume either you're one of my kids or you're one of my former kiddos, and I don't know. But yes, yes, you can be added. All right. Got the Ace of Pentacles, but it was in shadow. So right now, do you feel like everything that you are working for is just kind of falling through your hands? The ace means that you've gotten what you wanted, right? Like the ace is always a good card, but when I see it in shadow, for me, that is I can't have what I'm wanting. All right. Oh, Michaela, how are you? But Lydia, this is I can't have what I'm wanting, or that no. This is how I feel it. Okay. There's been a mistake. And I want to say that you made this mistake. You made this mistake. And so now you feel like this might kind of trigger everything crumbling around you. I didn't pull the tower. I didn't pull the tower. All right. If I had pulled the tower, I would say yes. Everything's about to crumble around you. You still have the ace, but it's in shadows. So what does that mean for you? For you in particularly, that means this is fixable. This is fixable. All we got to do is turn it around. Okay? So definitely don't let yourself spiral, because that's also what I'm feeling. I'm feeling this. I'm beating myself up. I'm beating myself up. Don't do that. This is a mistake that can be fixed. And once you fix it, you got the ace in your hand again. Okay? And this is having to do with finances. So if you're like, I've made a bunch of mistakes, this is your finances. What have you done that is causing financially things to crumble? All right, who's next? Lori. Lori, there's an exhaustion about you. An absolute exhaustion. All right, Lori. I feel like there's a lot of questions. I feel like there's a lot of things that you have no answers for. And it almost feels like you're grasping at straws in order to just try to find some kind of semblance of rest. You got the Ten of Swords, and I need to see your words. That's what I thought. Yeah. So your words, the one thing that sticks out is perfection of understanding. Perfection of understanding. And I feel like that's what you're trying to get. You're trying to master the understanding of this new life that you're living, of this new normal, right? Um, we don't feel settled until we have all the bits of information in order to feel that way. And you don't have those pieces of information. And there's certain pieces that you will never have. So it's very uneven ground, and that's kind of compacting your exhaustion. Because you don't know, you're working twice as hard to make everything's okay. Why do I see a recliner? Like, have you been sleeping in the recliner or like on the couch? I don't feel like you've been sleeping in your bed. There's aches to you that like are like the aches that you get when you're not sleeping in your own bed, right? Yeah, you're just not sleeping. I'm going to pull an oracle card for you real quick. What I want to know is this new normal. Is this the new normal, or is this something that yet again you're going to have to get perfect understanding of? Ah, that's why I thought it was recliner. Okay. Yeah, you feel like, in particular, like your shoulders, they just feel achy. Healing. All right. Your oracle card is the quartz, and that's healing. You're going to go through a moment that you will need to heal from. And I know I could say, as soon as I said that, I've been healing from moments. Like, this is what? I have more? But yeah, you're going to have some moments that you're going to need to heal from relatively soon. And once you've gotten through that healing process, that healing part of this event, then understanding and knowledge will be clearer to you. Things that you have felt will, I feel like they're stones. Like, they're very heavy stones. And the things that you've been feeling, you've been carrying these very heavy stones. And so what I see is you putting these stones down. That's what I see, is that your future is putting these stones down. I'm no longer carrying them. And in order to put the stones down, the heaviness, you have to heal. You have to go through that journey and look at the things that might not be pretty. But you know all this. It's just you're exhausted right now and not wanting to go through any of it. Like, mentally, it's hard to think of you. But just know, you do put those stones down. You absolutely put those stones down. And when you do, what I see in my head is a transition. Like, right now, you look tired and exhausted. And then when you put the stones down, like, as you stand back up, this very youthful radiance is across your face. That's how I see this. But it's going to be difficult. And those stones are very heavy. Very heavy. All right, Christy. Christy. Christy, I immediately want to say like you are outside on your back porch. Um, because I feel one of the dogs very, very like nearby. There's a dog. Absolutely, Michaela. I was gonna say Tater. I was gonna say Tater. I was like, no, maybe it's not Tater. Should have known it was Tater. All right. Prince of Staves. All right. Prince of Staves. So first off, I know that this card is being pulled in regards to trip. And you know what I'm talking about. All right. That's, as I was pulling it, that's what was in there. So I'm going to give you your words. Two things stands out in your words. Important communications. So you need to talk. All right. You need to make connections. And then the other one is weighed accordingly to practicality. All right. So you're going to be told some things that are not practical. There's no way you could put this in practice. But you're going to have somebody in front of you that's very charming, very charismatic, and they're going to tell you, you can do this. This is no problem. Blah, 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 blah. And you'll want to take that piece of advice. Look very, very, very specifically at practicality. Is it something that can be put in practice and be repeated? That's the big thing. All right. But you're going to be told a lot. A lot. There's going to be a lot of important communications. A lot of important communications. Okay. I know. I know, right? But that also kind of goes to the rabbit holes, you know? Weigh the information as you start going through the rabbit hole. Is this practical? Is this practical? And if it's not, this is what I'm going to tell you. If it's not, give yourself a little bit more time. Give yourself at least 20 more feet of that rabbit hole. All right. Go 20 more feet in. And if it's still, I really can't, then that's when you know the rabbit hole needs to kind of just have a marker, just put a flag over it and go, all right, I'm coming back to this when it is practical. Yeah, the word practical. I know. I'm not a fan of the word practical. I hate the word practical. And I know, y'all, Christy is my boss, and she knows I am a practical person when it comes to work. Everything, like I have checklists and all kinds of good stuff, right? I'm very practical. But as a person myself, like, look, there's nothing but chaos behind me. All right. Next is, oh, okay. Allie, have a great day. Thank you for moderating. All right. So Michaela's going to moderate for me now, huh? So we got Beth next. I got to go. Best of luck. Can I add one person? Yes. All right. Making sure. Hey, Jasper. How are you? Absolutely. We can add people up until 7:45. All right. Beth, it's your turn. Beth, I'm trying to connect to you, and I don't know why. All of a sudden, normally you're very relaxed with this, and you're very kind of like, you're still continuing to do whatever you want to do. But tonight, you feel almost like you've got to breathe with me. I don't know what that's about, but like you've got to breathe with me, and it's an astute paying attention, you know. And I find your reactions to when I say things very funny. No matter how many times I've been right with your cards, you are still very responsive. when I can say, this is what you're doing. This is what I feel. It's a very responsive, like very visceral reaction for you. Okay. Okay. At first, I wanted to put this card away because I was like, no, I just pulled this card. There's no way that this card is coming back up. So, as you saw, I sat with it for a moment. I pulled balance for you as well. All right. And I believe this card is very much a part of what the message is for you tonight. There is a feeling of being out of balance, but you see the what is it called, the bar, like the balance beam, right? You're on the balance beam, but you're kind of like tilting to one side, like you're still going back and forth. You're on it, you're walking it, but you're unbalanced on that balance beam, right? You're still going from side to side. Underneath you, there are people putting obstacles in your way. That's going to continue to happen. You're going to be unbalanced this whole time. Until you learn to kick those obstacles away, right? Until you learn what people you want near your balance beam. Because right now there are a lot of people near your balance beam and they're sticking things on it to trip you up and keep you unbalanced. Because as long as you keep unbalanced like this, it's going to take you longer to get through that balance beam. It's going to be slower. And that's beneficial to others. That's not beneficial to you. If that makes any sense whatsoever. You need, in order to be able to get through this. And why do I hear a yell? Did you yell? All of a sudden I hear ah! I was like, what is okay? So Beth, look at who is around you, okay? All right. Arby, how are you? I've got so many new people here tonight. Welcome, 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 everyone. All right, lost for words. Lost for words. Let's get you. Lost for words. The energy that I feel from you is like, it's a weird mix of quiet chaos. I wish I could explain better, but those are the only words I have for this. It's a quiet chaos. Like imagine a busy fast food restaurant, a really busy fast food restaurant, and no one's speaking. That's what it kind of feels like for you. All right. You have the 7 in Pentacles, and it was in shadow. You have finances that you've been tending to. You have been there standing, waiting for the work that you have put in to bear fruit and for you to harvest that fruit, right? You've put in a lot of work. Right now, though, nothing is coming to fruition. None of the work that you've put in is giving you what you expected it to give you. All right. So there's images that are coming in my head, right? And one of the image is like a young child. A very young child. And I say very young child. Very young child to me is still like 10, right? Because my kids are adults now. So I see a very young child, and there's like this hover of worry. Who's been sick? Who's been sick? I feel illness. I feel like the worry has to do with illness. And that's another reason why you're not seeing things come the way that you want them. Like the way that you anticipated things to be is not happening, and it's because of this illness. Yeah. Lost for words. What do you do? You're telling me all the things I already know. Okay. All right. So you know, okay, you definitely know the illness. And that's y'all had plans, obviously. Y'all had plans and you worked hard towards those plans, right? You are never going to find someone that matches the energy that they had, right? And that's just because every person has their own energy. You're not going to ever find anybody that matches that energy. You will heal. You will heal. I'm going to pull an oracle card because I specifically want to know what the outcome is for you. Because there feels like in your energy, there feels like a void, and a void that seems to last forever. Like you don't see the end. Think of the labyrinth when Sarah first gets into the labyrinth. She just starts running and she's like, it goes nowhere. Like that frustration is what you're feeling. It's just a void. And I want to know what to expect for you. Oh. Okay. Okay. So, two things. The image on here says one thing to me, and then the word says another. All right. On your oracle card, you got the willow. And I always think about a weeping willow, right? That's what we call them, weeping willows. And this is also flexibility. For me, putting those two together, it is this healing process, this weeping that you've done, right? And the willow tree, though, is a very strong tree. It's a very strong tree. A lot of things are used from the willow tree. You are the willow tree. You are the willow tree. And the only way you regain your footing is through flexibility. It's through letting go of those dreams, of those specific ones, and being flexible enough to create new ones. But I'm not going to say that that's easy, because that's not. The loss that you've experienced is incredibly painful. Incredibly painful. Take time and heal from that. And do whatever brings you joy, lost for words. That's it. Just bring yourself joy. Once you do that, I think then you'll find the things that you're meant to harvest. Okay? Willow is your tree. Willow is your tree. That makes a lot of sense now. That makes a lot of sense. Okay, I'm going to say this one thing, and I don't know. Obviously, I don't know anything personally about you, but there's a message You've been thinking of going to a medium. You've been thinking of um, talking to someone who could connect. Yes. Should you do that? Yes. Is it going to be hard for you? Yes. So make sure that you're in the right um, headspace when you finally do that. All right. But is it something that you're going to do? Yes. If you haven't already. All right. Next in line after Lost for Words is Jazzy. Jazzy, thank you for being here. I hope so far it's been entertaining, if nothing else, right? Jazzy, what are you nervous about? You're very anxious. Like drinking too much coffee, anxious. I hear I want to know, but I don't want to know. Just thinking so much. Okay. The King of Cups. This is about a guy? Is this about someone that is, I'm not even going to say a guy, but very has physical strength, has when I think of a masculine energy, I think of the physicality of it, whereas I think of women as nurturers and creatives. um the this Okay, all right, yeah, okay. This right here, he holds the cup of your emotions. He holds the cup of your emotions. If you're looking at this, right? You want to know what I see in him is that there's a there's a smile of complacency. A smile of complacency. There is a knowledge that they do have your cup. There's no strings there, so it's not like they're pulling your strings, but they do have your cup, and you allow them to access and hold your happiness. There's a want there. There's a want for everything to be exactly like there's a TV show. There's a TV show that you have there's a couple on the TV show that you're like, that's what I would like. Um and you're wanting that. They're not going to be that. And I'm wondering if they even have access to their own emotions because he's not holding his cup. He's only holding yours. That's why I don't see his cup. Got it. Because he's not emotionally invested in you. You allow him to hold all of your emotions. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Okay. I'm going to say this. Take that cup out of his hand. Take the cup out of his hand. Okay. You get to control your own emotions. You get to control your own emotions, right? And there's this smile of complacency on his face that I was like, why is he smiling like that? Because he knows. He absolutely knows. Like, there's a thought of, oh, he doesn't know how much I like him. No, he knows. He knows. And he kind of uses this in his own way. He uses this. I feel like there's a lot of things that he asks you to do. Or you volunteer. Like, he'll talk about stressors and you volunteer. It's not, I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna pull an oracle card, but my knee-jerk reaction is no. My knee-jerk reaction is no, because you've already handed him over all of your emotions. And what that feels like for me for this card is that there's nothing for him to say, oh, that's exactly what I want, because he already has it. Hey, Jennifer, how are you? I'm going to pull an oracle card though, Jazzy, just to confirm. So I pulled Celestite out of my deck, and it literally says connect. But I pulled it like this. And since it was in reverse, I'm going to say yes. What I feel is correct. It's not a permanent connection. Okay? And I know that's not something you want to hear. But what it means to me is that there is someone other than him that will be happier with that cup of emotion as you slowly fill it for them. Okay? You know what, Jazzy? I am going to tell you the absolute what I feel. The absolute what I feel is there's a disconnect. There is no connection between you two. However, like I've said to so many people that I read tarot for, tarot is a lamp. That's it. Tarot is like one of those old school kerosene lamps. And imagine yourself in a big, strange, dark forest. That lamp is bright enough for you to see the path and be able to walk through, but it doesn't let you see all the other things that are hiding in that forest, all the other things that could create obstacles for that path, right? Knowing that there are decisions that can be made to change the connection. But right now, as it is, as I see that path, there is no connection there. That makes so much sense, Jazzy. That makes so much sense why he literally holds your cup. He literally, like, see the, like, smirk? See the smirk? Like, that's what I see. I see, like, the smirk. Yeah. Okay. Is there somebody else besides him that you've got like a quasi interest in? Like you've been putting this person off, but it's obviously that this person likes you. Like this person has been kind of hinting around, asking to go to lunch with you, or just kind of talking to you more so than normal. Explore your options, right? All right. Next, we have... Uh-oh. I see Chad's in here. Hey, Chad. You and Christy have been talking, and you've been talking. Who else? Who else has been talking to Chad? Because Chad's got a lot of interesting things to say, by the way. Michaela! Michaela, I love you. All right. It's been a while since I've done the crazy singing, guys. You got off of this crazy train for a while, and now I've brought it back. All right. Hello, singing. All right. He is. He really is. So, for those of you that have no clue. Oh, Hannah. Hi, Hannah. How are you? Chad is actually one of my monsters. I say that because I used to be a casting director and a casting manager for a haunted attraction that had about 160 actors, and I call all of the actors my monsters. And often I would say, "Monsters, call to me," and they would scream real loud. So Chad is one of my monsters. All right. Jennifer, I will let you through, but normally I stop taking requests at 7:45. All right. But tonight, yes, I will. Yes, Chad, you are very gentle. So, all right. Oh, I see Michaela already answered you. All right. All right. Let's go with Michaela, like I said. Michaela, why do I feel really hot? Like AC broke hot. Like fan in face hot. You have an interesting card. Ah, because you're in a hot room. Okay, that makes sense now then. Okay. You got the Four of Pentacles. Got the Four of Pentacles. The reason why I say this is an interesting card is because you see how she's holding the pentacle right here, like it's almost like a cradled baby. And when I see that, it's family. Pentacles are money. There's a stabilizing factor that's happening from your family. Like they're trying to, like, there's been things that have gone on and kind of again knocked you off, but your family is involved in stabilizing this. And it's specifically finances. They're specifically helping stabilize finances. This isn't going to be forever. I keep hearing, as I'm saying this over and over, I hear like frustration. I hear talking negative to myself. And when I say myself, it's you talking negative to yourself. It's you saying really hateful things about yourself. It's you saying that success isn't yours. Your family is providing this stabilization, right? Your family is providing this platform for you. Take this moment. Take this moment. Do two things. Thank them. And then take this moment and decide truly what makes Michaela happy. What does Michaela want to do for the rest of her life? And it doesn't have to be a specific job, but once you know what you want to do, then you know how to fund and what you need to do in order to fund what you want to do for the rest of your life. All right? But your family's helping you there. Your family has got your back. And they're going to make sure that you're not financially wrecked right now. Okay? Could it be with a person? No. This is finances. Unless that person has to do with your finances, then that person isn't connected. Right? There are other people, and that's why that family orient comes in, that family orientation of family stabilizing. If that person is stabilizing your income and you are close with them and you would call them family, then yes, it could be that person. Whoever is stabilizing your income, whoever is helping you stand, they're doing it so that way you have a moment to decide what makes you happy. Okay? All right. Amanda! Amanda, let's get you. Amanda, I see like a terracotta wall. And a rug. Like there's a rug underneath me. You're welcome, Michaela. Okay. All right, Amanda, I see you. I see you. 2 of Staves. Walking away. Turned your back on the whole situation, did you? You've got the information you needed, and you're just like, mm-mm. And if you haven't done that yet, this card's saying yes. 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 Turn your back. Turn your back on that situation. That is not meant for you. That is not meant for you. You have the information right there in your hands, right there in front of you. You know what you need to be doing. Walk away from that situation. Period. Yep. Yep. Walk away. You knew. You knew. There is one stave behind a wall. There's one stave, and the stave, is your wisdom. It's the knowledge that you need, right? So the one stave behind the wall, you can see it, you see the knowledge, but part of it, like its base is kind of covered up. As you walk towards where you're walking, that information will be very clear. Then you'll see where it comes from. All right. But there's one piece of information you're not sure where it comes from. You just got to trust that you're going to get there. Okay. I'm glad that you walked away, because the moment I see that, I just wanted to yell, yes, yes, doing what serves you, what serves your higher power, what serves your soul, right? What serves your energy, what serves your physical well-being. You walked away so that way all those things would be intact for you. I am so proud of you for choosing you. I am so proud of you for choosing you. Okay? She is. She is an awesome person. All right. Next, we have Taylor. We have Taylor, and then Jasper, Chad, and Jennifer, and we'll be done for the evening. So, Taylor. Okay, so Taylor, I'm going to tell you something funny. The moment I start like connecting to you, I feel like, what a charm pop is? The ones that have the bubble gum in the middle of it. Like that's what I feel like you're just like snacking on a blow pop. Like there's this, I don't know. Like the snacks you choose, some would say are very childish. Ah, the Prince of Swords. The Prince of Swords. There are decisions that you're making, and you're holding them very close to your chest. Instead of kind of like flailing around and making decisions as things have happened, like being very reactive, it's almost as if you're being proactive. You are deciding what needs to be done before it happens. And then only when it happens do you release that information. Only when it happens do you're like Batman, you've already got a file on that. So that's what this feels like. There is information that you're holding very close to your chest. Um, I I'm going to tell you that's the wrong decision. That's overwhelming. I hear no. No. Tell her no. Tell them no. That's what I keep getting over and over again. Okay. All right. Hey, Blueberry. Unfortunately, the queue line has closed for tonight, but next Tuesday I will be reading tarot, so we can get you in line next Tuesday. Just show up before 7:45. I'm so sorry. All right. Next is Jasper. Jasper! How will my music career go this year? Oh, all right. Okay. So immediately I get told, put down those cards. Put down those cards. You're not getting the tarot. This is a straight oracle question. This is a straight oracle question. All right. Let's go. Journey. All right. Yeah. Okay. So you got the bat, right? And the cool thing about the bat is the bat uses its sense of sound in order to direct itself. And so it makes a lot of sense that this is in response to your music career, right? The best way to make sure that you're staying on the path is keep your ears out. Is the sound that you're creating authentic to you and in the direction that you're wanting to go? And if those two are yes, then I see that this year is a really good year for you. But if you get talked into other things, then you're still going to be on that journey and just trying to muddle through things. Okay. But a bat is also a social creature. All right. It is a social creature. So you need to make sure that you're keeping people around you that will add and benefit to your life. All right. If they are not benefiting to your life, then they're going to cause your journey to be longer. All right. So make sure the people that you've surrounded yourself with are adding, they're not giving you drama, right? The Libra that you ask about, I'm going to say right now, they are a distraction. They are a distraction. So are they coming closer? Yeah, but they're going to be a distraction. When things are settled, come back to that. But right now, no. Okay. That's Jasper. That is absolutely what you needed to do. You needed to do. A buddy of mine says, people are like math problems. If they add and multiply to your life, then increase their time that they're with you, right? But if they subtract and divide, cut them out. And yeah, Libra's a little bit of a distraction right now. And I think you knew that. I think you knew that. You're welcome. Oh, Amanda, I can't wait to hear it. All right, Chad, you're next, and I am definitely going Oracle with you. Nope. Never mind. As soon as I said I'm going Oracle with you, I literally got the picture of Freya in my head, and it was the cards. Like, that's the cards. Absolutely, Michaela. I will be slightly busy later. Just going to say this. If you want to message me, that's cool. If I don't answer right away, it's because what you're not seeing in this room is that there are doom piles everywhere. So I gotta clean my doom piles. All right. Chad, you have the Princess of Pentacles in reverse. There's a female that's taking away from your abundance. As soon as I said that, I hear, but I want to spend money on them. It's not necessarily like that. They're not just taking abundance financially, but they're taking the chances for abundance out. And it's not a purposeful thing. It's not a purposeful thing. It's a distraction thing on you. You are allowing that to kind of dictate decisions. And these decisions that you're letting it dictate do have long-term consequences. Okay. So make sure that whoever she is, because it's definitely a female, whoever she is, and I want to say it's like a romantic interest. I really want to say it's a romantic interest, but I hate saying those things. I hate that. I don't want to ever discourage anybody from loving who they love, right? That's why I always tell you guys, like, I could be wrong, right? But you're making decisions based on her life and not yours. I guess that's why Freya was like, we need to discuss a few things, sir. All right. Amanda, yeah, I can't wait. All right, Chad, whoever she is, don't let her interfere with your own decision making. You need to make your decisions based on you. Okay. All right. And then we have Jennifer. Jennifer, how are you? All right, Jennifer. I can't remember. I'm going to scroll back up and see if you had a specific question. I don't think you did. Okay. I don't see a specific question. Jennifer. That's funny that you spelled it that way, Michaela. Because one of my friends, her name is Jennifer, and I just have her in my phone as Jennifer. Jennifer. All right. Jennifer. What's the color red and orange? There's a mixture of red and orange. And it's like I don't know, it's very distracting. The color itself is very distracting. Five of Swords in shadow. You've laid down a lot of your decisions. You've laid them down, and instead of actually picking up the decision and making it for yourself, yeah, you've allowed others to, I want to use the word manipulate. That's a very strong word. All right. With some very heavy negative connotations. All right. But that's the word I see in my head, is that you've allowed people to manipulate your decisions. You have a decision you are holding on to in your hand. All right. You have this decision. You also have another decision that is laying at your feet. Jennifer, who are you trying to not hide from? But it's a block. It's like a screen that you put up so that way decisions stay hid. They don't get revealed. you're wanting to know which one to pick up or which decision to make. The decision that you already have made, the one that is currently in your hand, that's your decision. All right? That is your decision. And if that's the decision you are comfortable with, then hold on to that sword. Okay? Got it. That makes sense then. Because you do have, these people were the ones that allowed, that kind of manipulated you into putting those decisions down. I'm going to show you. You've got a very standoffish, like you're looking and you've got the sword like ready to make the decision, but you're still very hesitant. See? You're very hesitant to make that decision. When you feel safe and you feel like it is an appropriate time, you will make that decision. Safety is a big one. Safety is a big one. All right? Do not let anybody manipulate you into putting those decisions down. Keep your decision in your hand. Keep it. And when it is safe, use your sword. Okay. The manipulation is a big one. And I will go as far as to say, even like outside of mystical, metaphysical knowledge that I can attain through cards and readings, I will say just from experience, it's a lot of healing that you're going to go through. And every time you make a decision, you're going to feel like your decision isn't the right one, that somehow you're making the wrong decision. And it's because of the manipulation that you have felt and the manipulation that you've been through. All right. So when you go to make this decision, stand up. Know that this is the right decision for you. All right. Be confident in it. And the more times you make a confident decision, the more often you will feel confident without thinking about it. Okay? Okay. How do you know when it's safe? You will, to a degree, always feel unsafe. To a degree, you will always be fearful. It becomes safe when you have set up everything to where you know that can't come back in. When you've created a life that no matter what happens, that person won't be back in. That's when you know for a fact you'll be safe. But to be honest, it's a lifetime thing. It's a lifetime thing. Lost for words, you too. Have a great evening. It was great to meet all of you guys. All right. I am going to pull a universal card for next week. This is just a general card of what do we need to be aware of for next week. What's happening? And I'm going to use my oracle. It's been the theme. It's been the theme. Oh, balance. Balance. Balance has been the theme the whole time. Balance. Make sure that you are staying in balance. Make sure that you're doing things that bring you joy. Make sure that life doesn't get too joyful and life doesn't get too sad, right? You are walking that balance, right? Because sometimes we can overindulge, and that overindulgence causes us to fall off, right? And then sometimes we don't indulge enough and we're just working ourselves to death and we fall off. So it's this this balance. And I feel it for everybody. Everybody has a balance. And some of us are very wobbly. Some of us are very wobbly. And then some of us are being reminded with this. Oh, yeah. I need to go do something fun for me. All right. All right, my lovelies. I am not sure about tomorrow, whether we're going to do Whip Wednesday tomorrow or not. I'll be honest, like I have so many things going on. It's been very hard for me to get on Wednesdays, not to mention because of afternoon storms here, my head implodes almost daily. So there's some days I just don't have the energy to get in on a Whip Wednesday. We're going to try though, all right? Because I got to finish those dominoes and send those off. All right. My lovelies, be happy, be safe, and know that I love you. All right? And I will see you later. Have a good one.